Welcome to Big South Volleyball here on ESPN Plus. A fun Saturday afternoon in Buies Creek, North Carolina. It's UNC Asheville and the Campbell Fighting Camels. Both teams coming off 5-set matches last night. Asheville with a tough loss on the road, and Campbell defended home turf with an impressive win over Upstate. Thank you for joining us here from Gore Arena in Buies Creek. Evan Budrovich and Sal Mercogliano. Sal, both teams tired but also fired up for a huge matchup on this Saturday.
It's going to be a great matchup between these two teams. We're going to expect to see Campbell come out strong on that attack, push up against the net, something that Asheville is a little weak on. We'll see Asheville going deep onto the floor with their defense. Can really expect a great matchup between these two teams.
Let's dive into some players to watch now. It's a contrast in styles for these two teams. And for UNC Asheville, it's the senior Julia Borges that'll get things going.
Wow, just a fantastic player, Julia Borges. She leads Asheville right now in kills and blocks. She's second in the team in digs. Just really the senior heavy team that Asheville does have, and we're seeing her being the leader of that team.
So Borges, the standout senior all-conference performer for Asheville. And for Campbell, it's the freshman, Layla Green, that's been excellent in her first season.
Just a breakout performance by Layla Green yesterday here against Upstate. Broke the century mark with over 100 kills in her career. She's got 22 kills yesterday. This is going to be a great game between these two teams.
A contrast in styles with these two clubs. Let's take a look at the Big South standings. Campbell trying to stay in the top half, while Asheville looking to climb their way up.
It's a big matchup today. We're going to see, besides this game going on, High Point against Charleston Southern. Campbell's got a great opportunity to lock in that third position, perhaps even move up in the second in a tie with High Point, depending on how the games go today. So
here we go. Time for volleyball. The back end of a two-game stretch this weekend. Evan Budrovich and Sal Mercogliano with you from Gore Arena. Maddie Miner with the first serve of the match, and that one goes long. As USC Upstate off a 5-set loss. They won the first 2 sets, could not finish off the deal. Campbell, a much different story to get to this point. They lost the 4th set and found a way to close out in 5.
And Campbell had a really bad start in that first set yesterday up against Upstate.
First opportunity for the Bulldogs offensively. And now Melody Page in the middle is dug out by Casey West. Here's a bump set to Heath, the senior. And that shot goes wide. So a quick 2-0 start for UNC Asheville.
Campbell starting off a little slow here. We expect Campbell to do very well on their serves and on their kills, but right there, 2 errors on it. Campbell puts a lead 2-0 for Asheville right now.
Here's the libero, Casey West, to serve. Now Page into the block. And that's Cecilia Stack, the junior from Barrington, Illinois, with the roof.
Stack with a really nice block right there. We see her leading the team there in blocks for the Bulldogs, and you can see why. She was able to get up there and really deny the ability of Page to get it across.
West with a sharp serve at Heath. Now it's Kate Menz with her first swing. Borges just long. And Campbell gets its first point of the match. We see Layla Green there. She was fantastic with Melody Page last night. Those two freshmen gonna need to carry the load. Borges the lefty and finds the perfect corner.
See why Borges is really a big leader on this team. Here we see that shot right there. It goes right for the corner. Heath not able to make that move fast enough, and now Borges up for the serve.
Borges out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. A long set, and that shot, we have a mixed signals. It's called in, or called out, I should say. My apologies. So it results in a Campbell point off the miss by Cecilia Stack. Here's Elise Gross with the float serve. Really causing some trouble. And a beautiful shot. Peyton McClinton, the sophomore out of Louisville, drops it in.
Okay, McClinton able to get that shot right there at midcourt. Campbell not able to respond to it. Elise Gross, who was tagged this past week as freshman of the week by the Big South, not able to get in there defensively. She's usually good on those digs.
Campbell has struggled returning serve. But when they do, it's tough to stop. That's Layla Green with her first kill.
We saw Layla Green get off to a slow start yesterday, but then all of a sudden she turned it around. We'll see her here on that outside hit. going right there against the libero for Asheville.
Now Emily Mitter checks into the match. A freshman out of Redondo Beach, California. Another left-hander, that was Carter Rooks. Gross to the floor. Tees it up for Green, and she gets the deflection. Second kill for Green.
Green able to get a tip on there, get the ball out. We see her really taking that position. Again, yesterday, Sarah Kalla has gotten a little banged up there in the High Point game. We saw Green come in for her, and she's been doing great for Campbell.
You see Kalla in the front row. She's going to play today, but be subbed out in the back row. Now Heath frees it over. Here comes Kaylee Hackett with the set. And a good block kept alive by Asheville. And that's a double touch on Julia Borges deep into her pocket. So we are squared at 5.
It's always great to see Alina Heath get that 6'1" frame on the floor and get that dig out.
Good recovery by Mitter. And now Kalla with her first swing. We'll keep an eye on that hip today. Battling through some tightness. Patterson denied at the net. Green goes over the double, but shoots it long. And Asheville back up 1.
It's going to be a little difficult here for Asheville to counter the size up here with Kalla on the right and Green on the left. Asheville is not the strongest team up against the net, and we're going to see Campbell trying to bring that up against them.
Mitter pushes it out to Kalla, and there's the first kill for the all-conference sophomore. Sarah Kalla leads Campbell in kills. She did not play last night, pushing through a hip injury today, and it's a good sign to see her out there contributing.
I think Kalla got quite a workout just cheering from the sideline yesterday and rooting the team on. You could see that bandage on her right leg where she took that fall on her hip.
Now Grace Kane in to serve. Hackett a long set, and pretty good work. Teeing it up for the kill, and Asheville takes the lead off of Carter Rooks.
It's one of the 2 Hacketts on the Asheville team. 2 sisters, both from Illinois. You'll see her set up right here for her. And a great job.
Kalla forced to bump set it up to Heath. And teeing up her senior nicely. That shot is long off of Lexi Cole, the freshman out of Fayetteville, North Carolina, getting her first start of the year. And now Ananda Patterson goes back to serve. Tough set for Hackett. Now Heath off the double. Heath with a block there on Borges as the ball's kept alive. And Melody Page continues to dominate that front row.
Wow, Melody Page right up there alongside Sarah Kalla, able to get that block in, get that ball down, keep their hands off the net. Just a great job. Again, Campbell's going to be really strong up here against the net, against this Asheville team.
Campbell last night, 12 blocks. And that shot is sent long. Trying to target Lexi Cole early in this first set. A quick 3-0 spurt by Campbell. Borges from the middle. And a beautiful touch by Mitter to keep it up. Kane digs it out. And now Kalla gets a tip, and she collects her second kill.
Kalla with that nice little tip right there. Peyton McClinton got a little bit of a hand on it there, and you'll see that shot going right in the midcourt.
Hackett forced to bump set. Can Campbell take advantage? That was off the net, no touch. An error for Kalla, and Asheville breaks the 4-0 run. UNC Asheville, they ended last year on an epic tear, won 10 of their last 11 as the hosts of the tournament in the Big South. Right now at 2-2, trying to get their momentum started.
They have not had ability to get a streak going at all this year. They've been back and forth. Their longest streak is 2 wins.
Couple of subs now as Kate Menz comes back into the front row. And we'll see here, Elena Heath, so smart placing that ball in. There's Maddie Miner to serve. She had 3 aces last night. And a good start on this Saturday afternoon.
We will see Maddie Miner and Emily Mitter kind of swap out there as the setters for Campbell.
We'll take a media timeout as we take a look at Greg Gorel talking it over with his squad after a quick 4-point lead.
I want it.
I can't believe it.
That car brought his karaoke machine.
Nothing but a heartache.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Tell me why. You'd say
No, Campbell.
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
One point.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bon boy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
This Big South game is brought to you in part by Hardee's, 'cause it tastes better, and Geico. Big South alumni could save even more with an alumni discount from Geico. Visit geico.com/Big South today.
Welcome back to Big South Volleyball here on ESPN+. Greg Gorel trying to have his club off to their best start in his program history in 7 years. And for Gorel's club, a nice win last night in 5 sets. He's taking on a UNC Asheville coach even more experienced in Frederico Santos, his 9th year and a well-traveled vet among this conference.
Wow, you look at his coaching career, just absolutely fantastic. Iceland, Poland, Switzerland, and now here in Bowie's Creek, probably one of the most exotic places he's been.
A man who's actually in his 2nd stint with Asheville, now is the head coach. And Elise Gross showing off her versatility there. A joust at the net, and it's won by Melody Page.
Wow, great touch there by Melody Page. Just able to get a light little fingers on the ball and able to knock it down.
We were chatting with Frederico this week, and he was saying Asheville's a dream job. He met his wife there, he got his degree, and here he is now almost a decade in with a pretty good Asheville squad this season.
And his leading player, another Rio vet coming in here for him.
Boy, Melody Page is having herself quite a weekend at the net.
She is. She's having a really good game right here. She had a great game against Upstate, and now we just see her really being a dominant force up against the net for Campbell.
A 2-0 spurt for Campbell out of the timeout. Here's a bump set for Heath, who places it perfectly into the corner.
Lena Heath, that one senior left on the team for Campbell, just really showing her leadership skills out there. You want to talk about a big difference between these two teams. It's the experience. Only 2 freshmen on that Asheville team, whereas Campbell's a freshman-heavy team.
That was the 2nd kill of the match for Heath. And don't sleep on Borges. Her 2nd kill after a slow start in this set. Coming alive, the senior.
Great shot here by Borges to really get it down on the floor there between Maddie Miner and Grace Kane.
Borges had 10 swings, only 1 kill, and she made the most of her 11th. That's an overpass by Heath and deposited away Cecilia Stack, her 2nd kill.
Just a little too much English on that ball there by Heath, not allowing Maddie Miner to get that set up. As we'll see here, just a little bit of a tap there.
Quick work for Stack, who had 9 kills against Gardner-Webb last week. That was a good swing by Kate Menz. And the sophomore making an impact off the bench.
Celia Stack and Julia Loveday, the two middle backs there for Asheville, are doing a great job out there in their middle blocking position.
Heath with a sharp serve, and that gave Asheville all sorts of trouble. But Campbell can't return the pass. A simple bump over the net, and Casey West picks up a kill.
Melly Page and Kate Menz there just having a big conversation. Who's quick getting the ball there, and just miscommunication is going to cost them then that point. Now we see Asheville within 5 against Campbell in this first set.
Menz comes flying in, and Kate Menz with back-to-back kills.
Menz wanted to redo that error she just had in that last play there. We see her with a kill. Now Elise Gross for the serve.
Nice set by Hackett. And again, Cecilia Stack coming alive here in this first set.
Stack leads that team on blocks, but we see her getting a great job here up against the net there for kills.
She'll average a kill and a half per set. And already Stack sneaking up with 2. In rhythm. Here's Green charging in. And Layla Green, her 3rd kill.
Wow, great jump from her from mid-court, able to get up against that net and get that kill. We saw her have an excellent performance. Started off against slow yesterday against Upstate. Campbell lost that first set 25-8 against Upstate. But Campbell
so
right
Sarah
here.
Kalla comes back in. Now Campbell goes with its ringers in the front row. Nice dig by Mitter. And Green working across the angle is denied. I think Hackett got a piece of that and help from Stack on the block.
Hey, it looked like Kaylee Hackett was able to get that block right there. See her low on the court right there.
Oh, yeah, that's the setter. Kaylee Hackett from Frankfort, Illinois, the older sister. And that serve is long, so given away by Tierra Tatum. And now Campbell just 6 points from the set.
Campbell with their lineup there against the net there. Lena Heath, Sarah Collar, and Ananda Patterson.
Arguably Campbell's most athletic front. Good tip by Rooks. And Campbell sniffs it out. Chance for Heath. Good dive to save it from Lexi Cole. Boy, Heath worked a tight angle on that kill. Campbell up 7.
Wow, Heath was fading back, having to get a hand on that ball. It was a great save there by Grace Kane to get it over. And even a potential setup here as you see Kane making that dive. And then that fantastic hit by Mitter.
Elena Heath leads this Campbell team with 3 kills. And a much different start in set 1 today than what we saw last night. Campbell lost 25-8, a much more inspired effort this afternoon.
Definitely, and they had that same start against High Point in their first set. Definitely coming out here with a much more positive attitude. Definitely we see a rounded team now with Layla Green out there. And even with Sarah Collin, not 100%, we don't see her playing in the backfield at all. Definitely a great start for Campbell as they get within 5 points of closing out this set. UNC Asheville had those first 2 sets in their game against Hampton and then went 0 for 3 to close it out. So for Asheville, they really want to get a set win here. They don't want to leave here without getting a set win.
Not only a 5th set loss, but they had a 13-13 tie in the 5th. And Frederico was telling us, the head coach before, nothing more frustrating than losing a lead, getting it all the way back to a possible match point, and then having it fall away at the final minute.
And we saw Campbell having that in that 4th set against Upstate yesterday, where they were trying to close out and just could not finish it out.
So here comes UNC Asheville, 0-4 on the road this season, but they have some help from the swimming program that just competed here at the natatorium across the street this afternoon. They did take 2 different buses. I had to ask that question. Nonetheless, Grace Kane trying to send the Bulldogs home packing in this first set as she serves with a 7-point lead.
Campbell Swim having back-to-back meets too.
A service error gives it right back to the Bulldogs. Asheville, the fewest aces of any team in the league.
Their service has been a real big problem. They don't have one player who got over 10 aces so far this season.
Boy, and a sloppy mistake there by Lexi Cole, the freshman. She had an easy kill, just couldn't convert.
Service has been a problem for Asheville this season. We definitely see its big strength for Campbell. Alina Heath able to get in those 3 aces there to close out one of the sets yesterday. There's a big difference in their service.
Off the block of Melody Page and a nice kill by Carter Rooks.
Ainsley Rooks, one of those seniors for Asheville from Hickory, North Carolina. She's averaging about 2.5 kills per set. Just really an outstanding effort by that player. One of 7 seniors on this team.
Heath goes off the double as well. Now Campbell 3 points from the set as Heath leads the Fighting Camels in kills.
Lena Heath over 1,000 kills now. She got that hit that 1,000 mark against South Carolina State.
Hackett goes to Borges and Julia keeps contributing. Borges was second team all-conference last year, and she's a fantastic player.
She is 5'11" again from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. You can see that spirit in her. You see her up against the line right there now. She's great on the attack. She's great on the defense. Good all-around player.
The bump set by Miner pays dividends. And now the junior puts Campbell within 3 points.
You just watch this ever so gentle tap there by Maddie Miner. Able to get her fingertips on it and just get it right over the net. Always a tough position to be in and not get the call for a carry.
Good swing by Cecilia Stack. The junior had 5 kills last year here in Bowie's Creek. And now Stack leads her club with 4. A quick service substitution coming up for Asheville. And there's Carter Kennedy in to serve, the senior out of McKinney, Texas. Targets Heath. Oh, and a creative touch. Melody Page somehow gets the kill.
Looked like Melody Page was going to come up there for a really downward shot, but all of a sudden just turned around there and gave it a little tap underneath.
That was more of a bump than a swing, but results in the kill nonetheless. Campbell serving for the set. Layla Green trying to save it. Unable to do so, and Asheville stays alive.
Peyton McClinton there for Asheville, setting it up for them, and now getting the serve for Asheville.
A second set point. Here's a bump set by West. Off to Menz. Great recovery, but it's for naught as that goes out.
Nanda Patterson getting under that ball, just a little bit too much effort. Got it over the net and out of bounds. And Asheville's still alive in this first set.
And this time Ananda Patterson ends set number 1. Campbell, a 25-19 winner here through 1 set of play. When we come back, set number 2 from Bowie's Creek here on ESPN+. Campbell, a 25-19 winner through one set of play. Thank you for joining us here on ESPN Plus. Evan Budrovich and Salmer Kaglana with you this afternoon. This is the longest road trip of the season for UNC Asheville, and they've had trouble slowing down this Campbell attack through one set.
It does seem to be a little bit of a problem for Asheville. We knew Campbell was going to come strong up against them. We knew they were going to be trying to get those kills up against the net, and we could see that. Campbell with 14 kills versus 11 for Asheville. One of the big issues, too, is the blocking. We see Campbell doing a little bit better on the blocking right now than Asheville. Campbell a little bit better on the floor at the same time. Both these teams are still within margins of each other. If I'm Asheville team, I'm still feeling pretty confident, pretty strong right now. And Asheville, again, hasn't won a set yet. This is their fourth straight set they've lost coming in. So they're going to want to come out strong in this second set, not want to be 2 sets down against a very pumped-up Campbell team.
We talked a lot about Julia Borges coming into this match. She hit just 083 in the first set. Really struggled against that front row with Melody Page.
Really tough. And Melody Page is really doing a good defense along with Ananda Patterson, Sarah Kalla back in this match, and Elena Heath.
And underway in set number 2. Ainsley Rooks with the serve. And on the slide, a nice start by Melody Page.
Definitely see Melody Page being much more confident and much more comfortable in that position. I think that great performance by Layla Green's got her pumped up, and you see those two players right there, right next to each other, alongside with Katie Menz on that front line for Campbell.
Page had 10 kills last night. And as Asheville responds nicely, that's McClinton with the kill. We've seen the freshman for Campbell really be relied upon tremendously.
Well, and Campbell has to rely on them because of the number of freshmen they do have. Whereas Asheville's only running 2, Campbell's running a much larger, younger team than Asheville is.
Miner pushes one long. And an excellent save by Miner. A second block. Wow, watching Cecilia Stack has been fun.
She's been a really great player for Asheville. You saw her get up there, really excited about it, done a great job. Stack, again, led this team in blocks, and you can see exactly why with 89 blocks last season.
And she's right up near the top of the Big South again this season. That's a tough set and a better finish. Stack is rising up the ranks in terms of performance.
Wow, what a great move there by that middle blocker. A junior for Asheville. We'll expect to see her be in a really good leadership position next year for Asheville.
Miner has to bump and run. Same idea here for Hackett. A lot of teams out of system this time. Miner back to Menz. And Kate Menz picks up her 3rd kill of the match.
Kate Menz, one of those solid players for Campbell. Don't get a chance to talk about her as much, but doing a great job up in that front there on the net alongside Ananda Patterson.
Especially with Sarah Call limited today. Nice to see her efforts as Stack continues to collect kills. She's got 5.
Stack, just a smart player right there, realizing that Campbell's line's coming up at the same time, held back just a little bit, just enough to get that ball tapped over as Campbell's defenders were going back down off their jump.
Now a back set for Kate Menz, dugout. Good defense here from Asheville. But a double touch on the set, and Campbell's back within 2.
Expect to see Asheville come out here very strong, and you can see that right now. Emily Miter coming in now to take that serve.
Mitter targets McClinton. And what a strong touch. Ananda Patterson ties this match up.
Ainsley Rooks trying to dive, not able to produce it into anything. She's been a great player for UNC Asheville. Senior from Hickory, North Carolina.
McClinton now goes for gold and rolls it over. Here's Green off the net, and Borges able to save it. That time it hit the net and did not go over, so An error on McClinton, and Campbell takes its first lead of this set.
Clinton was trying a very shallow angle there, trying to get it over past the antenna in the net, just couldn't get it past.
Borges rockets one long, but there's a touch at the net. So Borges with her 4th kill.
Borges makes it look effortless in her ability to get up there and get that power hit against Campbell.
Dangerous serve there by McClinton. And Kala gets a free swing. Looks like that hip's quite all right.
She's definitely able to get up there. We see that bandage on that right leg again, but you'll watch her get some air here in this hit and defeat those blockers of Asheville.
Sarah Kala comes into this match 2nd in the conference in kills. Now she plays the free ball. And perfectly timed out, Patterson finds the line. And Ananda with 2 kills in the set. Here's Grace Kane to serve. Excellent serve receive, and then Cecilia Stack can continue to flip out kills. She's got 6. Asheville living by their middle blockers here, Sal, in this set. Something we did not expect coming in. No.
Celia Stack in particularly doing a great job for this Bulldog team. Great dive there by Anna Skidder.
Heath rolling one to the back row. And the bump set finds real estate. How about Kaylee Hackett showing off some senior toughness and smartness out there?
Great expert play by the senior. Hackett able to get that quick dump over the net. Not expecting it for Campbell.
And that serve touches the back line. An ace for Anna Skurrid out of St. Charles, Illinois.
Asheville taking the lead now in this set, 8-7.
That's just the 4th ace of the season for Skurrid. Borges, an excellent touch to keep it alive. And now Campbell in transition. Back to Kala. Lanes back and rears out a kill. We are even at 8.
And skittered with that hit, not able to keep it in bounds. Campbell's looking to get ahead here, take that lead back from Asheville.
A free ball chance for Lexi Cole. Well, hello. Sarah Kala seems just fine.
That's the Sarah Kala we expect to see, as you'll see this power hit coming up from behind there over the line. And that right leg does not seem to be phasing her at all right now.
She did not play last night, but back in the lineup today. Oh, a joust at the net. Kept alive by Campbell. And a battle won by Ainsley Rooks at the net as the senior helps tie this set up.
Kala able to get her hands on that ball, just not able to get it back over the net. And we're in a tight scrum between these two teams in the second set.
That was part of what Federico Santos wanted to learn from his club here early in conference. The right assortment of roster, especially in rotation. They've struggled to find their unit so far. One person they can rely upon is Borges.
Borges pulling a lot of weight right now for this team, and we can see her really producing for them.
Julia Borges coming off a 14-kill match, but she's been quiet today.
Kaylee Hackett with that long serve right there forces a turnover to Campbell. And we're tied up again, 10-10 in this second set.
Maddie Miner now to serve. Well played at the net as Melody Page helps secure the point. And Campbell is back in front.
Ellie Page, that freshman from Lancaster, California, just playing a great job up against the net, really covering the whole middle of the net there for Campbell, doing exactly what you want your
there's an
partner
ace
to do.
for Maddie Miner. She picks up her second ace of the match. And now Asheville bringing a defensive sub, Molly Hackett, the younger sister, to help here on serve. Molly to her sister Kaylee. Smart move going to Borges there.
Yep.
And Heath can't keep it in play.
Campbell needs to get their sets just a little bit better right there. Lena Heath with a one-arm shot right there, went long.
This is Ainsley Rooks to serve. Tough receive by Grace Kane. Now transition for Asheville. Into the block, but out. So a point for Molly Hackett. And that's what you want to see.
See Kate Menz coming up here with her hands on it, just not able to keep it in bounds.
Little sis setting up big sis. And a kill for the Hacketts. Miner the back set. Nicely bumped up by Ainsley. And it's freed over. Borges speeds the double. That ball lands out, and Asheville has the lead.
Wow, smart move there by Asheville. Ainsley Rooks on the serve and on the catch there in the back. Rooks was such a significant player for Asheville last year. Really the difference maker for Asheville in that final game against Upstate to get them into the playoffs.
Asheville went 10-6 last year in the regular season. Their best finish in 5 years. And now with an error on Campbell, it's Asheville taking a slight lead. Let's not forget Campbell won 10 games 2 years ago, but they did not make the postseason last year.
That's why you know if you're Coach Gorel, every game matters for him right now in conference play. Would love to see another win under his belt.
Both teams exchanging service errors as now Elena Heath will come in to serve.
Service has been something that's plagued Asheville this whole season. Campbell's been better on their serve.
An ace for Elena Heath, and we're back even at 14.
Molly Hackett just not able to get that service back against Elena Heath. Heath, who came up with some key serves in the game against Upstate yesterday, is once again on the serve for Campbell.
Borges shoots it wide, and that's going to send us to our media timeout. Campbell up by 1, trying to take a 2-set lead. We'll have the final moments of set 2 when we return here from Gore Arena on ESPN+.
Everything you need on a pizza. This is the Works. Try a large Works or Meats pizza for just $12, only at Papa John's.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
What sets Carly C's apart is personalized service and quality. That's why we cut and package our meat fresh every day in store. And if you don't find what you're looking for, then tell the butcher and we'll custom cut it for you. We also grind our own beef and make our own fresh country sausage and meatloaf.
Welcome back here on ESPN+. Campbell and UNC Asheville. These teams meet home and home every year, and it's been Campbell dominating here inside Gore Arena. Their last loss at home against Asheville was 2014 in the early stages of Greg Gorel's career. A 25-19 win in set one, and now a quick lead here in set two. Green gets denied by Borges, and she collects the roof.
You can see why Borges netted herself a Defensive Player of the Week back in September by the Big South. Just able really to get up there and be a key blocker for Asheville.
We've seen Borges attack, we've seen her on digs, and now we see her blocking away shots. Page drops one in. Good swing by Molly Hackett. It's dug out. Now Kaylee sets it up for Molly. And that ball hits the net. No Campbell player, so it's out. And the Camels are back up one. Points have been tough to come by here in the second set.
This has been really a struggle between both teams. Definitely see them playing full bore volleyball right now. The Hackett sisters really doing a great job. You can see that there's definitely some good volleyball blood that comes out of Frankfort, Illinois.
So the court's now ready for play. And here's Elise Gross to serve it up.
Elise Gross getting the nod from the Big South for Freshman Player of the Week last week, adding on to her Defensive Player of the Week the week before that.
Hackett goes right into the net, and it's Campbell on a 5-1 run.
Campbell's been playing extremely well at home, 5-1 this season so far at home. Definitely want to add on to that winning streak with another victory here in Gore Arena on this Saturday.
That's something Greg Gore pointed out. His team only won 4 games at home all last season. And here they are with at least 5 and maybe some more. Hackett back set to Borges. And no room to land that shot in. So an error from the senior. And a timeout called by UNC Asheville, their first charge timeout. Campbell right now starting to take some control in this second set. And we see Greg Gore really staying firm with his players, trying to keep things rolling in this set.
Yeah, if you're Coach Goral, you definitely want to continue the momentum. You've got a little bit of a swing here, been pretty deadlocked this whole second set. You know this UNC Asheville team is a tough team. You're both right there in the middle of the conference right now in terms of standings. And so you really want to net this win.
Here's what's been cooking in set number 2. Asheville started strong with a 8-7 lead, but some hitting errors kept Campbell in it. And we see Sarah Kalla coming alive in set 2, playing with an injured hip, but looking comfortable midway through the set.
And I don't think you can underestimate, Evan, the experience of the senior team that UNC Asheville has. When you see the moves like the like of Kaylee Hackett right there, able to make those key kind of decisions on the fly like that, that's really important. Campbell is making do with some really young players, but they're stepping up for Campbell, and that's the thing that UNC Asheville's got to be worried about. You can't get comfortable playing a young team like Campbell, especially with the likes of Layla Green and Melody Page.
Asheville, meanwhile, 6 seniors and also a red shirt, so they have some veterans, returning 11 players from last year's squad. They know how to win getting to the semifinals last year, and they certainly know it starts with winning road matches like this.
Oh, and a tough fight in the quarterfinals to get themselves in that semifinal up against High Point. And we see it right there with that young lady, Ainsley Rooks, who played such a key role for them.
Well, Rooks shoots it right into the net. And now a 4-0 scoring run as Campbell building some cushion. Gross back on the service line where she's been very good. What a shot by Casey West. The junior collects the kill.
Casey West able to pull up that hit from Kaylee Hackett. Looked like Asheville was not going to be able to pull that one out, and all of a sudden be able to dump it. Alina Heath for Campbell not able to get on the floor low enough to get it.
The mindset went from ace to kill in the matter of a second. Good work by West out of Mills River, North Carolina. Excellent defensive effort, but no chance to stop the shot by Patterson, and Campbell now 5 points from set 2.
Definitely see a great work there by Ananda Patterson. Another key player for Campbell. Just this great little move right there.
4 kills for Patterson. And a service error gives it right back. Campbell's been about dead even. 3 aces and 3 errors today from the service line.
And that was going to be a big difference for Campbell. Campbell's been better on their serves than Asheville has been.
Giveth and taketh away as McClinton serves one into the net. Maybe not the cleanest second set from the service line we've seen. And now Campbell's best server, Grace Kane, comes in.
Grace played such a key role for Campbell last year as a libero. Now she's moved back into a defensive specialist area.
We may inch our way to 25 points in this set as both teams search to find some consistency.
We saw a tight first set there with Campbell winning 25-19, and now we're in, again, another tight set here. Asheville came out very strong in this second set. Campbell's been able to get the lead. Question is, will they be able to hold it?
Well, there's a clean serve. And now for Heath. The back set is blocked away. That was Hannah Spicer attacking. McClinton sets it up for Rooks, and Ainsley Rooks gets the point.
Rooks coming in from the backfield, able to get the outside hit right there. Tight fight there with Campbell in those volleys.
That is called in, and Greg Gorel is thinking about maybe using his challenge card. Okay, so challenge exhibited. They're going to check to see if the serve was in. You get 2 challenges and a crucial point in the set. I like the call there by Coach Gorel.
He was right there, he was right in front of him, so he got a good view of that hit. Definitely a good judge for it. New rule this season, the ability to challenge the calls. I believe the hit was by Anna Skidder.
So here's the serve. Grace Kane almost blocks it from that angle, but does the ball touch the back line? That is the question.
We see assistant coach Ryan Mason about on that line too, able to make that call.
Ryan made it right away. Here comes our official decision from Brian Jones. And the call stands. So an ace for UNC Asheville, and they're back within 1.
Definitely a team not going away, UNC Asheville. They see where they are in these conference standings at 5th place. 2-2 right now in the conference. Campbell's 3-1.
A strong touch by Lexi Cole, drawing the lift from Campbell. And this set is tied at 21.
Campbell just looks a little bit disoriented here. They can't get himself set up. Sarah Collin not even getting up there for the block. Not enough time for Sarah to get set.
A 4-0 run now for Asheville. This is Skurrid to set. Here's Kala unleashing, beating the double to give Campbell the lead.
Great job right there by Sarah Kala, able to beat Lexi Cole and Ainsley Rooks in the block. One of the things that we see with UNC Asheville is they are on the bottom of the conference in terms of blocks up against the net, something Campbell's got to be able to push against them. They need to get their outside hitters hitting those shots, attempted kills.
A strong touch, and it pays off for Ainsley Rooks. She has been a setter in her career. She's hit from the outside and showing off the versatility right there.
Asheville advantage again here coming in. Every time Campbell seems to get a little bit of a lead here, Asheville eats it away. And we're tied up again with 22 in this set.
Back and forth we go. Hackett, the back set to Borges. The senior does not miss.
Campbell trying that light touch, trying to get it over that main line there of Asheville. But again, that quick response there by Julia Borges, we can see why she leads his team on kills. Able to come from the right side.
What a touch as Hackett sneaks it over the net. And an ace for the senior.
Asheville's within one of putting this set away, tying it up against Campbell.
That forces a timeout from Greg Gorel. One of his 2 timeouts in the set. And how about UNC Asheville? Now on a 3-0 run. They were down pretty immensely in this set, 20-16, and they've come storming back.
They have, and that's one of the things you see with an experienced team like that. Coach Santos knows he's got seniors on the team. He's got a very experienced team. They're remaining calm. They're executing plays. And most importantly, one of the things I think that they're doing is their serves are turning out to be really good. Just something that Asheville has had a little bit of a problem with is getting those key serves. And they're pushing the ball against Campbell. They're really using those kills, especially by Borges on the outside. We see those balls going in. You can see that right there.
That's Casey West with her 2nd kill of the match. And just a great effort by Asheville to come back in this 2nd set.
And Campbell's trying to be almost a little bit too smart here. They got to go back to what their strengths are, and I think they need to get their ball set, go to those outside hitters, Sarah Kala, and of course their new main player here, Layla Green, who did such a great job for him yesterday against Upstate. By no means this set's over.
There's a look at Sarah Kala, who's back in the lineup today. Already 6 kills, and she's hitting .500 to lead this Campbell offense. No real sign of rust from the sophomore, who's playing with that injured right hip, as you can see.
Obviously, big point right here for Asheville.
Set point for the Bulldogs. What a dig by West. And right into the net goes McClinton. Now some substitutions as Maddie Miner comes in to serve. Miner has 2 aces today, and she would love one right here.
Maddie Miner's been a pretty clutch player for Campbell, the junior.
Challenging float serve, and there's your ace. 24 apiece, as Campbell now can serve to jump in front.
Maddie Miner's always been a good go-to player for Campbell, and you can see her producing for Campbell right here.
Dug out much better. Heath with an incredible save, and it comes up just short. So Asheville now with set point as they look to put this set away. Chance here for Ainsley Rooks to serve out the set.
Ainsley Rooks, key player for Asheville.
Back to Heath. Into the back corner. And Elena Heath ties it at 25.
Wow, just the endurance of this Campbell team. They're not wanting to let this go. They've worked really hard to get to this point. And you see Heath hitting that far right corner up high on your screen. Now Heath with that serve.
Another service error for Campbell. That's their 5th. And now Asheville can serve for the set. As you look at Casey West, the junior, trying to put this set away. Who's going to win? Neither team has taken the reins in set 2. Out to Green. 26 apiece.
I have lost track of the number of times this has changed hands here, Evan.
Layla Green uncorks her 4th kill. And here's Elise Gross to serve. A chance for Campbell to jump in front. Borges with a great deflection. And Green beats her this time.
Wow, what a set right there. Elena Heath able to just keep that ball in play, not really get a good positive setup, but Layla Green able to get up there and put it away for Campbell.
A timeout called by Asheville as Green goes right in to Julia Borges, and that reaction tells the story.
Maddie Miner on the floor just slamming it hard with a lot of excitement. We've seen this position before where Campbell gets a lead. They're 1 point away from putting the set away, 27-26. But this is an Asheville team that doesn't want to be put away at all. Just some great coaching, I got to say, right here by Santos.
Asheville's had 2 set points. Now Campbell gets its first set point here in the 2nd set.
Coach Santos felt this yesterday up in Hampton, obviously. It's close. He was within 2 points. They tied up after getting the lead taken away from them. And now all of a sudden, here we are in the second set. Campbell up 1-0. And Campbell with this set point. Good crowd here in Gore Arena. No football this weekend at Campbell. Bye weekend for the Fighting Camels. Will be back next weekend with homecoming here on campus.
Maybe no football, but we have a slugfest going on here in set number 2. Elise Gross now serving for the set. A tough service. Boy, that ball almost fell in. Green misses it long, and we're even again at 27.
Wow, Ainsley Brooks barely were able to keep that ball in play off her chest right there. And now once again, we tie it back up. We see Carter Kennedy coming in for Asheville. She's been great for them on the serve.
She's a senior who has lost her starting role last year, but has been a key piece. That's something Coach Santos told us. Carter's been a huge contributor. Now Kate Menz forced to touch it over. Here's Rooks from the back row. Patterson punches it in the chest of West. Miner sprinting over to set it up for Green, and she misses. Set point now for the Bulldogs.
Campbell with an opportunity there, able to get a final setup. Really didn't see both teams getting the ball set very well there. Campbell finally got a great set, but not able to get that ball to drop in.
Set point for UNC Asheville. West on the bump. Ooh, and denied by Patterson. 28 apiece.
Nanda Patterson able to get up there, just get a little bit of a touch. Both teams are having a little bit of a problem getting the ball set the way they want it right now. It's been a long set for both teams. They're both coming off a game yesterday.
And a five-setter as well.
And Asheville had to make the drive down from Hampton.
Cecilia Stack can't save it. And now Patterson and the Campbells have set point.
See that Campbell line right there, that line we've talked about there. Ananda Patterson, Sarah Collar right there.
Set point for Emily Mitter. Heath the dig. Kalla swings for the set. And a back and forth battle goes to Campbell in set 2 as Sarah Kalla finishes off the set. 30-28 our score as Kalla and the Camels up by 2 sets. When we come back, the Geico halftime report. Campbell up 2-0.
Everything you need on a pizza. This is the Works. Try a large Works or Meats pizza for just $12, only at Papa John's.
Don't just throw a tailgate, own the tailgate with a Bojangles Big Bow Box. Only Bojangles brings the flavor to every tailgate with mouth-watering chicken, fresh buttery biscuits, flavorful fixins, and freshly steeped legendary iced tea. Because how can you expect to win the game if you don't win the tailgate? Feed all the hungry tailgaters in your group with an 8, 12, or 20-piece Big Bow Box. Bojangles, it's bow time, y'all!
What sets Carly C's apart is personalized service and quality. That's why we cut and package our meat fresh every day in store. And if you don't find what you're looking for, then tell the butcher and we'll custom cut it for you. We also grind our own beef and make our own fresh country sausage and meatloaf. At Carly C's, we don't cut corners when it comes to meat. Thanks for shopping.
Hometown proud, Carly C's. IGA.
Look at all that meat. This meat, that meat. Is that more meat? Wait, is that sheep? Nope. Yep, it's meat. Try a large Meats or Works pizza for just $12, only at Papa John's.
I want it.
I can't believe it.
That car brought his karaoke machine.
Nothing but a heartache.
No, I can't believe how easy it was to save hundreds of dollars on my car insurance with Geico.
Tell me why you say.
Go, Kevin.
Go, Kevin! No!
Believe it, Geico could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
One boy.
Discover the new language of travel.
Bon voy.
Marriott Bonvoy. 30 hotel brands, endless experiences, rewards reimagined.
This Big South game is brought to you in part by Sunbelt Rentals. We have equipment for that. And Marriott, the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference.
Geico is a proud sponsor of the Big South Conference. For the best rates, book directly with Geico. Head to BigSouthSports.com/Geico and see what you can save. Campbell with a 2-0 lead here at home. The Camels finished out set 2 on a 3-0 run to wrap up the second set. Each team had a chance to win it in the second set of action. Let's show you what's been cooking so far through these first 2 sets of play. And Sal, in that second set, Julia Borges really came to play.
She did, and you can see the big role that she played for Asheville, just really getting up there. She's been dominating the team right off across the board there. 7 kills so far this game, and you can see how she plays up against the net. She leads that team in kills and in digs. Just amazing.
Sarah Call also came back strong in the second set. She's got 7 kills. A bunch of service errors really told the story, but the play at the net was crucial in this set.
Oh, I think so, and we knew that was going to be a strength for Campbell. Campbell has to play strong up against the net. It's a weakness for Asheville, although Asheville's playing extremely strong up against the net right now. I would argue both teams are having a little problem on their setting. We haven't seen Volk come in for Asheville, and so that's really holding them back a little bit. So they really haven't been able to get the key setups they want. It was a bit of a scrum there. Those last 10 points on each side was not the cleanest volleyball we've seen.
We had 7 lead changes at the end of the set, too.
You definitely got your money's worth of volleyball here in the second set.
That kill by Green tied it up initially, and then Elena Heath said, I'm going to take over this match, evening it at 24. But we worked deep into the set with Kala eventually putting Campbell in front. Asheville, though, came right back.
They did, and we saw with Alina Heath, she had a little bit of off on her sets, but she was able to really do and produce there at the end for them. So now you're in a position, Campbell's up 2-0. This is the same position Asheville was in yesterday against Hampton. They were up 2-0, and then all of a sudden Hampton came charging back against them and was able to turn around.
We're going to head to break. When we come back, set 3 from Buies Creek. Welcome back as we get you set for set number 3. Campbell off to a 2-0 start. Really working well with that 30-28 win in this set. And here we go, time for set number 3.
Campbell in a good position here, 1 set away from putting this away. At the same time, we saw Asheville in a similar position yesterday at Hampton.
Heath able to keep the ball alive on a dangerous touch. One thing Asheville has not done a lot in this match is start ahead in a set, and Julia Borges collects her 8th kill.
Definitely something that if you're Asheville you want to do. You want to go ahead and get some lead. A little bit of a cushion here. They haven't led at all. We've seen the lead change quite a bit there in that second set.
Borges last weekend had 14 kills against Gardner-Webb in a huge sweep. They're going to need a lot from her in this match as Elena Heath keeps heating up.
Heath, that senior from Texas for Campbell, on the serve right now. Really instrumental in that game against Upstate.
6 kills for Heath, and the overpass is destroyed. Melody Page coming alive here in the third.
Well, Melody Page with that quick little tap straight down. Just really announcing herself there. Her 4th kill of the game.
Call it a boom boom pow, if you get the reference. Off the block of men's. That time Page deflects in a point. And Melody Page coming alive, her 5th.
Looks like Page didn't get quite a full hand on that ball she wanted to, but it was good enough to get it over the line of UNC Asheville.
A short serve towards West. And there's Cecilia Stack, who was dominant in set 1, quiet in set 2, and now she has 7 kills.
Maddie Meyer just not able to get herself set up. Setter there for Campbell.
Couple of subs now as we see Carter Kennedy come in to serve. She's been 2-time All-Academic in the conference. And Sal, since you are the faculty athletics rep at Campbell, you'd appreciate that.
I do appreciate when students who academically successful.
A bump set now. And a strong swing. That's Hannah Spicer sizzling up a kill.
Wow, Hannah Spicer with a great little shot right here. You'll see this in the replay here. Here she comes in. That sophomore from St. Charles, Illinois.
I thought you'd enjoy my Spice reference a little better. And Melody Page is denied at the net. Guess who? Cecilia Stack waking up in this 3rd set.
Melody Page has been great on defense, and now she's switching over a little bit on the offense there. You see that line of UNC Asheville coming alive for them.
By the way, Stack now with 3 blocks. That ball did not touch Layla Green, so it's out, and Campbell gets the point to tie up the set.
Layla Green had a little run in there with the post. She was on the ground, and the ball went right over her.
And had to pull some contortion efforts to avoid the ball hitting her, or else that's an Asheville point. That ball is just in, and an ace for Elise Gross.
You know, watching Elise Gross this year has been fantastic. You know, really came in, filling that role that Grace Kane had.
We have a challenge now on the service, whether that was in or out to the back line. If it stands, it's the 5th ace of the match for Campbell.
And we knew Campbell came in strong on their service aces. They're number 2 in the conference, I believe. And they've been doing really well here.
You be the judge, Sal Mercagliano.
Oh, that was in. Dropped right in there.
Seth Baker and our crew queuing up the high angle.
It's just got to be able to touch that line, and you'll see it dropping right there, just inside.
Looks clean on our end, and it is. Brian Jones with the call. And Campbell back up 1.
Great addition to replay, the ability to kind of call in 2 times to see whether or not.
By the way, each coach 0 for 1 today in challenges. Confusion here as Green goes for a swing and is blocked by Cecilia Stack. 4 blocks and 7 kills for the junior out of Illinois.
Layla Green able to get 6 kills so far this game. We saw her with a record performance yesterday against Upstate, 22 in that game.
A service error gives it right back.
Just a tight couple of sets here by Campbell and Asheville. We see it again, tight right here between these 2 teams.
Emily Mitter now on the service. Spicer into the double. Has to play it back to Rooks. That touched the net and not an Asheville defender. So out for Layla Green, and we're back even at 6. Lexi Cole now coming in, the Fayetteville native, about 30 minutes from Bowie's Creek.
You see Coach Santos going to his bench quite a bit here. We see Lexi Cole out there, and we see the other freshman out there, Harley Middleton from Virginia Beach, Virginia. So both freshmen on the field for Asheville right now.
Kala uncorks one off the net. A chance here for Green, and she misses long. The defense of Asheville, much stronger in this third set.
See Asheville again going into their bench, playing a little bit. They're missing a couple of key players. We haven't seen Grace Volk out there, the second setter for Asheville. Looks like she's not playing this game today. Quick little pop over the net by Cole.
Here's the set. And a strong finish. That's Spicer slamming home the set by Carter Kennedy.
Hannah Spicer, that sophomore from St. Charles, Illinois, able to get that finish.
Spicer's only played in 5 sets this year. But Coach Santos not afraid to go to his sophomore. The service error gives it right back to Campbell. That was part of our questions coming into the week. You have 2 matches in 2 days in the conference slate. How do you mix and match your lineup? And we've seen both teams go a little bit deeper into the rotation.
You got to think if your Coach Santos just coming back on that bus from Hampton, he needs to give some of his players who went through the full 5 sets yesterday a little bit of a break.
Oh, a creative touch by Heath to get it over. And now Rooks uncorks a kill.
Ainsley Rooks, just really a amazing player to watch right there. Able to get up high, finish it off. Really a jack of all trades for them right now. She had 17 kills against Upstate, 15 digs. Just, again, all around what you want.
Here's Kaylee Hackett to serve. Heath with momentum. Powers through with her 7th kill to tie Sarah Kala for the lead. And match her number.
When that 6'1" frame comes flying at you the way Elena Heath does, it's going to be hard to stop her right there. She was able to thread the needle right between the blocker's arms.
Hackett with a nice set. And an even better touch from Ainsley Rooks. 8 kills now for Rooks, who's having a breakout effort.
Good job to defeat that defense put up there by Paige and Kala. Grace Kane not able to get in there fast enough to get the balls. It just went over the tips of their fingers.
Ainsley Rooks, the McKinney, Texas product, serves it low and dangerous to Heath. And Sarah Kala says, let me take back that lead for total kills. She now has 8.
You definitely hear that commanding hit there by Kala. She's heading out.
Anthony Richardson, the athletic trainer, was telling us that Kala's going to be good to play, but she's definitely going to have to play in spurts. So far, Greg Gorel's used her wisely. A triple block against Borges. A free ball ensues. And now Borges off the net herself. That did not hit Elena Heath, so it's 4 touches, and Campbell ties it at 10.
Great job there by Heath on the defense. Going back to talking about the use of players here, both these teams were early in the season right now, just going through the first round of each team playing each other. Still got that second set to play. It's a long season still ahead in conference play for both these teams.
So Frederico Santos is trying to challenge and see if Elena Heath touched the ball at the net on that last point where it did ricochet off the top of the net. Here's our best look. Borges against Heath. That seems to be the net from our perspective.
Look, it hit inside the net on the Asheville side. I'm not even sure it got over the net at all.
Certainly seems like it hit the Camels on the net and not Heath, at least from that perspective.
Not sure if Heath came in contact with the net on the way down or not. That's probably what we're looking at right now.
And by the way, if Frederico Santos loses this challenge, he is out. Then again, his team's down 2 sets, so a crucial time to use it.
Looks like we're going to have a ruling here in a second.
So it's called a jump ball. So the point resets. And Campbell will serve again.
Coach Santos should still retain his last card then for another challenge if he needs it.
That is correct. Now can his team take advantage of this point difference? Hackett keeps it up, and Borges frays it over. Oh, that shot is just out as Melody Page misses wide left.
Melody Page was in a great position there to finish that off. Great setup there by Maddie Miner. Just not able to get it to drop in bounds for Campbell.
Here's Casey West to serve. Kate Menz hits the antenna and not the net as our side referee calls it. So Asheville now with a 3-0 run.
It's a big turnaround for Asheville to get this command of a lead.
And Greg Gorel now wants to use a challenge. He's claiming the ball hit the net and not the antenna.
As Coach Gorel's second card he's using in an earlier challenge. That did
Both
not go
coaches
his way.
have been very frugal early, but they've been not afraid to use their challenges here later in this set. And you guys be the judge at home. I could see the bottom of the antenna there move a little bit. Now this looks going to be tough. Probably that high angle there, if we show the first one again, might be our best look at it.
Hard to tell if it hit the antenna or just a clean shot on the net. One more look here as we'll see Heath coming in. It's tight. It's hard to tell.
I think it might have hit the antenna and then the net. Looks like Greg Gorel might lose his challenge here, but oh so tough to tell.
If you're Coach Gorel, you want to try to break this run by UNC Asheville. Again, Asheville up at Hampton yesterday was able to put away the first 2 sets, and then all of a sudden Hampton come back and run the last 3 sets against them.
By the way, Asheville's in the midst of a 6-match road trip. They lost at Hampton in 5 sets. They'll hit the road next weekend for a couple of Big South matches, and then a 3rd straight weekend on the road before we're finally returning home.
That's a lot of traveling. Campbell had a very similar schedule to that before they began their Big South play. We had not seen Campbell back in Gore Arena until the game yesterday for quite a few weeks.
The longer this takes Brian Jones to figure out, the more I think it might be overturned. Trying to get a clear angle of whether that hit the antenna or not. On the swing there by Kate Menz. How are you rolling it, Sal? What's your decision?
It's a tight angle. I would be thinking that it looked like it didn't hit the antenna to me. It looked like it was off the net. It looks like we'll be getting a ruling here in a second. Always a tough call. You have your head judge right there in front of it. He made that call. I always kind of defer to what the refs see at the time. Nope.
The call's been reversed. I think now we're getting a full explanation.
Our 2 refs are talking to each other right now, getting a clear explanation of what the call was and the decision. Issue is whether or not the ball shot over by Campbell touched the antenna first before hitting the net. Our head referee.
Well, I think the issue, too, is now the call initially was reversed, trying to decide who has serve and then how the point because that'll go back to neutral.
Right.
Figuring out some of those details in this conversation. Because, yes, if Campbell's attacking and the ball is then determined a jump ball, it would go back to who originally served, which would be Campbell's serve, and I think that's where the situation unfolds right now. And Greg Gorl's just going to kick back and enjoy an extra challenge he has in his pocket. Get into some stretching.
It's been a long 2 days for both coaches.
Asheville getting in some dancing. Let's see how creative our crew can get with shots here during this discussion of who gets the ball. Seth, the floor is yours. Tony Hill and Brian Jones are 2 referees going over this decision. Okay, so the point gets reverted. It's still 11-9, but Asheville will get the serve is what's been decided.
Looks like the explanation is being done right now with Coach Santos. Coach Gorl back up on his feet right now. This has not been a game that wants to go away very fast for us today.
Well, the devil's in the details and trying to make sure the call is correct. So here we go. Casey West to serve. No antenna there, and a kill by Melody Page.
Melody Page doing a great job right there. Middle backer for Campbell. Able to get up there, hold 6 feet of her, and net that kill.
Heath targets Rooks on the serve. And Heath absorbs the contact. Right back to Alina. Good dig by Gross. And Campbell cannot save it. Asheville back up 2.
Wow, again, we see that roll played by Julia Borges. Able to get it over. Campbell not able to respond. And Asheville will be able to hang on to that 2-point lead right now.
You have to love the intensity here from Asheville, hanging around in this 3rd set after dropping the first 2, especially with how close set number 2 was.
Definitely have the energy on their side. Carter Kennedy coming in for Asheville for that serve.
Good luck slowing down Melody Page today. That's her 7th kill.
Page just having a great day. Watch this setup right there.
When Campbell plays in transition like that, tough to stop.
Good ball control. We just see her doing really good. Elise Gross now for the serve for Campbell.
Oh, and Layla Green misses on her swing. That's a rare miss by the freshman, and Asheville is up 2.
Great opportunity there by Green. Just not able to translate it into success for Campbell. You see her coming up here. A good chance to dump the ball, but just a little second too late on it.
Yeah, sometimes it sits up there like a cupcake, and it's hard to put away. One she'd wish she could have back. Good back set to men's, and that did hit the antenna. So it's out, and Asheville, begrudgingly and kind of with a smirk on their face, takes a 3-point lead.
Antenna has been the bane of Campbell's existence in this set.
Layla Green right into the net, and Asheville now on a 3-0 run, as that's going to force immediate timeout here on the court. It's Asheville up by 4, trying to hang around in this 3rd set. When we come back, more from Gore Arena on ESPN+. Marriott is the official hotel partner of the Big South Conference. For the best rates, book with Marriott today by visiting BigSouthSports.com/Marriott and see what you can save. You also might want to check on hotel deals for Asheville on a 6-game road trip. Here we are midway through set number 3. It's Asheville up 15-11, trying to hang around in this third set after dropping the first 2.
Tiara Tatum in now for Asheville. Again, going to that bench is Coach Santos.
Layla Green with 7 kills, but she now has a negative hit percentage. This has been a slow third set for the freshman.
Campbell trying to come back from this 4-point deficit right now. See Green going right there for midcourt.
And an ace for Emily Mitter. Now 6 aces as a team for Campbell. As the freshman goes right back to work. Maybe a second ace here. What a touch by Tatum to keep it alive. O'Calla uncorks one and gets a piece for the kill.
That's the set we usually like to see from Campbell right there. Great element there. See that set, Kala coming up high in your screen, going across court there, able to drop the ball.
And Mitter gives it right back with a service error. Here comes the freshman Lexi Cole in on rotation. Cole and Stack have been very good in the middle for Asheville today.
And that's been one of the problems for Asheville, is covering the middle is the way they need to. Campbell's
Patterson in rhythm. That's a 1-2 touch of beauty from the freshman.
On to Patterson, able to get Campbell within 1 point again of Asheville.
These last 2 sets have been very tight. And now a 4-1 run for the girls in orange and black. Brooks forced to free it over. And Kala unloads. 10 kills now for Sarah Kala.
Looks like Carter Kennedy had a little bit of a slip on the floor and not able to get a good setup there for Asheville. Teed it up for Campbell for a perfect set for Sarah Kala to get the kill.
Now a bump set to Spicer. Right back to Patterson, and Campbell is rolling out of this timeout break. A 6-1 run for the Camels.
Now to Patterson attacking that middle right there. They know that's strength for Campbell to go at right against the net.
Forcing a timeout by UNC Asheville. And Sal, now if you're Campbell, you have the foot on the throat of UNC Asheville, trying to put this match away late in the third set.
It's a big swing. I mean, Asheville was up 15-11, and now all of a sudden you see a 6-1 swing there for Campbell. Definitely what Coach Santos did not want to see happen is Campbell jump ahead on them. He needed to get a set under his belt. If you're Coach Gorel, you want to keep building on this. Keep attacking that center. Keep attacking those middles. Using your strength on your outside hitters in the likes of Sarah Kala and Layla Green doing a great job. At the same time, you have Paige in the middle. You have Patterson doing a great job. Just doing a really good job attacking the net.
And Sal, for Campbell in this match, it's been Sarah Kala back from injury. She's got 10 kills and really stepping up, trying to match Julia Borges for UNC Asheville.
And we're only seeing Sarah Kala up against the net. We haven't seen her in the backfield at all, so she's doing just part of what Sarah usually does for this team. But again, you were seeing those younger freshmen stepping up for them. The likes of Emily Mitter in there doing a great job. Elise Gross on the defense. And now Grace Kane, the sophomore, coming in for the serve.
If Asheville's going to come back in this match, they'll need Borges to step up. She has 9 kills and 8 digs, nearing a double-double. Here's Grace Kane now to serve. Spicer forced to free it over. And Elena Heath takes advantage. I think the Camels are starting to see blood in the water here in this third set.
Asheville was definitely missing Volk out in that field. Tiara Tatum trying to get that set up. You just see Asheville not getting able to get a good set to get the ball over, and Campbell's taking advantage of that.
Spicer slides in and takes advantage.
Great opportunity by Spicer. Again, Asheville not setting that ball up. She's taking advantage of the hit to get it across and get that quick point.
Only 10 sets this year for Spicer, and she now has 3 kills today. And here's Kaylee Hackett to serve. Heath with a set. You don't see that too often. Now off the block and a kill for Borges as she gets into double figures.
Lena Heath and Ananda Patterson right there with that block. Not able to stop it. Ball went a little bit high. No response from Campbell, and now we see Asheville has tied it back up in this set.
The timeout by Santos is paying off. Kala right off the block. Heath angling in the middle. Well, that was an off touch, but it works.
You see that strength of Asheville on the floor there with their digs.
Minner back to Kala. What a rally we have here. Finished off by Patterson.
Nanda Patterson with that attack right there in the middle. Able to get it down. Again, Asheville is extremely strong on the floor, but Patterson using the weakness of Asheville along the net.
What a tough swing by Rooks against the antenna. And Kala launches. That is called in. Campbell up 2.
Good run here by Campbell to break that tie.
And now the final challenge for Frederico Santos. He's going to argue whether that was in or out. What a crucial juncture here for Asheville if this is called back in.
If you're Coach Santos, you got to make this call. You have to go ahead and make this challenge. You don't want to take a chance of Campbell on this run. 2-0 run right here. They've been able to tie it back up. You've just come back on a run, which was Asheville.
And that is called in just past the shoulder of Casey West. Nice look by our crew as Sarah Kala collects her 11th kill.
That'll be the last challenge for Santos as Nanda Patterson comes up for the serve.
Campbell now 5 points from the set. Good dig by Kane. Another touch for Rooks, and Patterson saves it. Boy, Melody Page can really swing it.
Melody Page having a great game right there. Campbell has gone to pull the Labaro. They're going with their strength right now, their height, to kind of challenge that net. And so Campbell's going to try to make this run and end this game.
Asheville calls timeout as you see the strength of Melody Page picking up her 8th kill.
Well, Page is having a great game right here. Key on the blocks, key on the kills. Just really doing a great job pressuring along the net. We knew Campbell would have to do that against this Asheville team that's not very strong on the net. It's Campbell's advantage right now. We talked about Sarah Kala. We talked about Elena Heath. We talked about Layla Green being strong, but now all of a sudden here you see Melody Page doing it, the strength right there, the middle blocker for Campbell.
Asheville this year, they've only been swept 3 times. They've done very well in 3-set matches, but work cut out for Coach Santos's crew late in this 3rd set.
And these are 2 teams that like to sweep each other. And we've seen that with Asheville last year. And now all of a sudden Campbell was really wanting to challenge this Asheville team. A win here will put Campbell 4-1 in conference. Will knock Asheville down to 2-3, depending on how the High Point Charleston Southern game goes. Campbell will be in a good position, really lock solid in that 3rd, potentially tied with 2nd, depending how High Point does.
Campbell trying to move to 4-1 in the conference. A lot of work to be done in this 3rd set as Ananda Patterson gets ready to serve.
Well, if the 2nd set taught us anything, 25 may not be the final set point. It's been a tight 2 sets with these teams.
Rooks forced to bump it over, and now Heath with a swing. That lands out, and it's Campbell up 4.
Good eye by Elena Heath, watching it land right there out of bounds.
No challenges remaining for Asheville. And an ace for Ananda Patterson. The freshman caps a 5-0 scoring run for Campbell.
Ananda Patterson really stepping up right now for Campbell. Freshman from Glen Ellen, Illinois.
A defensive sub for Asheville as Harley Middleton, the freshman, comes in for some serve-receive help, trying to stop Patterson. Easier said than done, but a nice work there. What a dig by Kane. And Mitter frays it over. Grace Kane is flying all over the floor. And Sarah Kalla sets up match point.
Kaylee Hackett, not realizing it was on her to get that ball, was not able to get set up quick enough from the call from Harley Middleton.
Campbell trying to pull off a sweep here against Asheville. Borges, a valiant effort, and the senior drops in her 11th kill.
Borges with that changeup right there, able to just give it a little bit of a little tap right on over. Not come in with the power that we expect from her. Now a serve for Asheville. Still Campbell within 1 point of putting this away.
Match point number 2 is Rook serves. And Campbell pulls out the sweep. 25-19, 30-28. And here in set 3, 25-19. As Campbell moves to 4-1 in Big South Conference play. Maybe their best win in the conference thus far, and a dominant performance here at home.
Oh, it was a great performance by the team. That second set was a true brawl between these two teams. We saw it drag out quite a bit. Campbell was able to come back. Asheville had the lead in this third set, and then Campbell was able to come back in the middle of the set, able to get a lead. Asheville battles back, and now all of a sudden we see Campbell be able to put it away.
Sarah Kalla is our Sunbelt Rentals player of the match. Kalla back from injury, 12 kills to lead Campbell today, and she was explosive, especially with that injury.
That bruise she gets on her leg right there has been a real tough one. We saw her sit out that upstate game. We saw her team really fill in that gap from Sarah, but now in this game, Sarah Kalla and then some of the freshmen, including Paige, able to step up again for this Campbell team. Young team really showing their mettle.
For Sal Mercogliano, I'm Evan Budrovich. Thanking you for joining us here on ESPN+. Campbell moves to 4-1 in conference as Sarah Kalla, your Sunbelt Rentals player of the match. A clean sweep for the Camels here at home. We'll see you next time here on ESPN+.